Shaolin temple, but now I'm off the hills with a shoulder full of that ripple. I'm watching it angle like a past participle. Mix my ripple with mo for sham pipple. Taking spring water hits just a mid-pine thistle. That good green that'll wet your whistle. Hey, smoke got food, don't be pulling your pistol. And get your girl hit with my master struck missile. See chewing out the frame like a brand new pistol. Stroke a jawbone down to the marrow and gristle. Full facial blow bubbles and rub it on your pimples. She left the hotel smelling like a sack of hot crystals and pistol smoke. It's one for broke. Then I put it in her throat and she burped and choked. Should've told you how chunky it was. Go and get your girlfriend so she can help you out. Scream it out now. It ain't easy, man. Claim fame. Oh God, put me in the game. I'll be a man amongst boys forever, living life like a grown man. A grown man.
Sure wasn't. Bam. What I tell you. What's up, Direct Edition attendees? It's your boy, the Robot Barbecue, TY Mobile, bringing you another fresh, heaping hot plate of the Direct Edition. Well, tonight you're not going to get the latest news and opinions on comics, video games, anime, and collectibles because we knocking out this spoiler cast for Avengers Infinity War.
We're spoiling it like everybody else on the internet.
We putting on our spoiler alert t-shirts and posting memes. And so if you haven't seen it, hide your wives and hide your kids.
And quick technical difficulty. I hear that we have no sound on YouTube.
That's why I just it should come through in a minute.
Okay.
Let me know when you get the thumbs up. But we all seen Avengers Infinity War. For me, I've seen it multiple times.
No sound on YouTube.
That's why I just it should come through in a minute. Juicy.
Okay. Yeah.
Not me.
Every time he says not me.
It is me.
We know it's you. Episode to use a damn lie we have. All right. Care Bear, let me know when YouTube is working good.
Yeah, I got sound on Twitch.
I had sound on Facebook.
So YouTube should be in there too. But we went and saw Avengers Infinity War. Me, I saw it a couple of times. First things first, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Did you or did you not like the film?
Oh, man. Go ahead. Wait, you go first, Matt.
Oh, I loved everything about it, especially it's one of those movies. Of course, if you are into the comics hardcore, read the comic before, or whether you've just been in the Marvel universe through the cinematic universe. I mean, they just did an excellent job, and of course, me being a Bad Guys fan, but there are a couple little tear jerkers in there, but everything was executed nice. Although I will say, I thought it was hysterical how non-badass the Black Order was in that one. They still did a decent job, but yeah.
I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you about how. I'll ask you later on, but bottom line, a great film, right?
Absolutely.
Jushin, how you felt about it?
Man, I was laughing every chance I got. Every time somebody died or everybody caught an ass whooping. It didn't matter if it was good or bad. It was beautiful. So, Thanos just proved why he is the Mad Titan.
Yeah, you pretty much, yeah. If you didn't know, if you didn't get that nerd knowledge before by reading the comics, now you know. There's a reason why Thanos is the Mad Titan.
Look, if go back and watch the first Avengers and then see how they built up everybody over the years, and when you get to this final man, you see why they took their time, because that's always bad.
Here was my thing. You've been building up. What has it been? 10 years since Thanos has been coming. It's been about 10 years or something like that since Thanos has been coming. They've been building them up. There was no way possible for them to have been hyping Thanos for 10 years and then he come in here and take an ass whooping, take a big L.
Yeah. And that'd just be it.
Yeah, and then that'd be it. I said there was no way they could do that.
No, sir. He came in, he brought every fucking thing to the house.
He wants to show you this.
And he was laughing about it.
His feet.
Like, he had to pay the very first 5-10 minutes of the movie.
No.
So everybody, what he was doing was, what was going to go down? He got people like it was cool in the first 3 minutes.
Come on, Papa. You showed him. Let's go. Mommy, take him off.
So, first things first, starting at the beginning of the movie.
Come on.
Get out of here. Lathan wanted to talk about Infinity War 2. He's had some things to say. First off, he was saying that Hulk took an ass whooping.
Man, Hulk turned out to be the best in the universe.
That cured Bruce Banner. After that.
Thanos was the cure for the Hulk, apparently.
Let's talk about this ass whooping that Hulk took in the first 7.3 seconds of the film. Before he even started, Hulk took this ass whooping. Loki had his master plan, and he was like, but we got a Hulk. Hulk ran up on Thanos. Like, give me all your money. And Thanos said, hold on, I got this.
He been pounding ass whooping for you. That motherfucker almost beat Hulk's ass educated. Hulk was about to say, excuse me, sir, could you please let go of my wrist? You hurting me. Thanos took his ass out. And, and that just goes to show the level of Thanos' power. I mean, it's not, and that's without even hardcore using the Infinity Gauntlet and stuff. Even if he didn't have that, Thanos has always been powerful as hell. He's still wrecked shop in the comic books. He doesn't need that Infinity Gauntlet to, cook everybody up a nice hot plate of ass whooping. I mean, the Hulk was scared. No, I ain't coming out.
He took the ass whooping. He did not come back. So if you're a Hulk fan, you're going to be disappointed.
He said, like Wicked said, who knew the cure for the Hulk was a Thanos ass whooping?
Sure, I'll run the Hulk. Number one.
He will say Hulk was. He picked Hulk ass up.
Knocked his ass.
Okay.
He thought like a wrestler. He picked his ass up. Boom! And left
him on that Rainbow Bridge. Hulk, look at Hondo. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much.
Man gave his life for you to be bitch.
After Hulk got slammed, he was, I know. me out.
Mr. Heimdall. Mr. Heimdall, it's me. Well, I'm the Hulk, but Bruce Banner, if you like that. Bruce, you can call me Bruce. Could you please get me the hell out of here? That was funny, man. But it goes to show, I don't even know what the fuck Loki was thinking. Trying to run up on him, like, I don't know what he thought that dagger was or exactly how fast he thought he was.
Right?
Loki was trying to, I guess Loki was trying to redeem himself after the last 2 movies.
But I mean, okay, here's the thing that got me. First off, Thanos came looking for the Tesseract. He knew Loki had it, point blank. He knew Loki had it. So he's like, go ahead. Well, Thanos was looking for the Tesseract, and he was like, bring me the Tesseract. And Loki's demeanor at that time was, first off, I'm not Asgardian. Second off, we got a Hulk.
Yeah.
All right. Once that Hulk plan didn't work.
But all gas and Thanos like, and we got a cooler full of sodas. What else you got? You're not worried about your damn Hulk.
You know what? It was Thanos who found Loki after he lost on the Bifrost Bridge. He gave him the staff and the army, sorry, to find the Tesseract. So Loki had an obligation to fulfill in Thanos' eyes. And unfortunately, he did it. He upheld his end of the bargain, but man.
I don't think he did. Thanos still called it a failure, though. Because he was talking about, I have experience.
Let me tell you about this movie. You know, the only thing this movie proved to me, Thanos is the only person willing to sacrifice everything he has for the Infinity Gauntlet. Not everybody else. Everybody else, they say they were going to sacrifice shit. They were going to, I'll kill you. I will sacrifice you to save Stone, or Karen to save Stone, or I'll kill you. No, but what did they all end up doing? They all ended up giving in to their hearts and giving in to Stone.
Thanos out there on everything I love, kick. On everything I love. On everything I love.
All I want to do is sacrifice. No victory without sacrifice.
At all.
So, I mean, but it goes to show, going back to Loki, I couldn't figure out what his plan was. He just seen Hulk take this ass whooping, and he figured he was going to try to put a dagger to Thanos' throat just like that. And
that's how you handle a mad Titan.
Well, yeah. He was more of an assassin, remember, the trickster guy. I mean, as soon as he said Alien Stone, you knew it was going to go down.
I mean, but even still, he was all, we got a Hulk, and then all of a sudden, let me serve you.
You got a Hulk. Wait. Where the Hulk go?
I can't.
I'm surprised Loki didn't change it up. And we got some beers, we got some barbecue, we got some nice, lovely ladies in the back. We got music, we got dance, we got hors d'oeuvres. All sorts of stuff.
He up in there asking Thanos, he want to play. You want to play? Yeah, I got you. You want some ribs on there? Here's some corn.
I put my foot in this.
We got massages in the back.
So, after that didn't work, of course, first death of the movie. Do y'all think he really gone?
I know.
Or second death. If you count Heimdall, second death, Loki, do y'all think he really gone?
Yeah.
I think he was.
You think he was? I mean, it wasn't a spectacular fashion, but like you said,
the thing about Thor is that he was able to see. He wanted to see through Loki's illusions over time. And Loki at first was always teasing him about that. Were you ever not wanted to do that? But as time went on, he started to see through everything Loki was doing.
Right.
So I think this one is pretty.
No, so this time you think it's final?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of hesitant. I still think Loki is. Yeah, I still think he got. I think he got a couple. I mean, he's never one to go in unprepared. You know what I mean? He fooled the shit out of Thor for the longest ass time.
Yeah.
In Thor Ragnarok. How long was he masquerading as Odin? And he is
on Asgard at the time.
Real quick, getting a little bit of extra feedback when you talk there, MJ, a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
Only when you talk, sir.
I know, right? I'm gonna check myself.
Messing things up. MJ, Master Thanos Juice. But no, man, it's just, I'm not sure if it's, because I hear it on mine a little bit.
You turn on my input volume.
Yeah, something. Go ahead and talk, sir.
That's a 1, 2.
It's still there a little bit. Can you hear it on Juice or what?
So what?
I mean, can you hear it mobile? A little bit?
That sounded a little better. I heard it before, but that sounded a little better.
Okay. Cool. I'm just trying to get us up, up to par, making us, Def Jam Rockefeller clear. Yeah. But yeah, I think Loki's like really gone. I think he could. There's some things that I just think he can't pull anything on. And between Thanos and the fact that Ebony Maw was there too, I don't think he could. It was somebody would have either sensed it was the real Loki or found out it was an illusion and stuff. I think with Ebony Maw there, he couldn't pull a fast one.
Especially with the Maw, because he was right there, just doing everything earlier on. But
the mischief and magical guy of the crew and stuff, I don't think they could pull a fast one with Ebony Maw there.
Okay.
You heard that one?
It's ridiculous to he basically just received everything that, he reaped what he sowed, basically. And I'm still getting feedback.
It is a little better, though, Jushin.
Alright, I'm gonna keep working on it. Some more.
But yeah, if he is really gone, then yeah, he reaped what he sowed. But for some reason, I still feel like he's the trickster god. Is my point. That's what he's always been known for. That's what he's always been doing, and everyone has counted him out before, thinking he was dead. So
it's like telling MJ the only reason I think he would really be gone now is the fact that Ebony Maw was right there. I don't think he would have been able to pull a fast one with Ebony Maw.
So I'm not.
He's already on par with it, but with Ebony Maw there, I don't think he could pull a fast one.
But you see how when Thanos picked his ass up, his feet were kicking?
Yep.
Loki feet kicking.
Oh man, get your knee hooks off me, son.
Hey man, he gave his life for his brother, okay?
He did, if you really go.
He was still kicking like a newborn baby.
And man, Thanos put him on, snapped his neck like it was nothing. Put that thumb in the chicken bone.
Okay, like he's just holding up a little mini fun pack size of Doritos and just crushing it. Nothing.
And toss it on to the side. Thor was hurt by that. And Thor was definitely hurt by that one.
He was hurt by both of those.
Yeah, Heimdall. Who else was on there? Because the Warriors 3 had already been... weren't they killed in Ragnarok?
Yeah.
So Heimdall was the last one.
Yep. There was nobody else. I mean, the rest of these people, but I think he slaughtered them.
The part that got me was... was Ebony Maw... I'm not up on my Thanos Black Order. Was he Squidward?
Yep.
Okay, Ebony Maw was a Squidward guy. It was the way that whenever he arrived, he was preaching like it was a religion.
Yeah.
He came, hear me.
You about to cry. You should feel grateful.
Right. And he was preaching after everybody was like, he's like, hear me. You are about to meet the end at the hands of the Titan, Thanos. He said, Thanos? Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. As soon as I would have heard that, excuse me, I'll be right back.
I gotta go to the restroom. Please, pardon me.
Another thing, I felt like this was a Doctor Strange.
Iron Man.
Well, now that I think about it, I can't say that because it was a lot of heroes in there, and I do kind of feel like everybody got their equal play.
Oh yeah, between the two stories, the two separate, the space story and the Earth story, they did everybody justice, and it's hard to do that with a large cast.
It is, yeah.
Usually, what they'll do is they'll focus the story about around 1 or 3 people and make everybody else background characters.
You say make everybody else background characters?
Yeah.
So I felt that was real good, how everyone got their equal play. They split it off into 2 stories. Of course, what was going on in space and then what was happening on the planet. When he sent the Black Order after the two stones that were on Earth, how much of an ass whooping did Vision and Scarlet Witch take?
Shit.
Boy, if it wasn't for Cap and Black Widow and Falcon showing up,
Okay.
it would have been a shorter movie, that's for damn sure.
I thought it was interesting that him and Wanda were secret lovers. They were on both sides of the law.
Well, when they were on opposite teams, it's almost like kind of a damn near Romeo and Juliet type thing.
Right? He had signed the quarters and she had said, fuck you.
You see how Captain looked at him when they rescued him.
You know, Cap didn't care.
What about
I'm done asking permission. You're supposed to accept this.
I was going to say, what about the balls on Captain America?
Cap came and said, I'm coming back home. I don't give a fuck what you say. We gotta save the Earth.
And that, to me, that was kind of ignorant too. A government, you lost your number 1 defender, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Help arrives, and you want to play the card. Oh, you think all is forgiven just because we need your help?
Okay, it's been funny. Like Captain America said, "All right then, fuck you, bitch," and turned around.
You gotta remember what we're talking about here. We're talking about Thunderbolt Ross here, you know.
Even rather Earth be destroyed than actually get help from powered people and people he don't like. It's crazy.
But yeah.
They said Captain again.
Yeah, he did say that. He said, "I'm done asking for permission." I'm past that point. So if you want to fight, we'll go through you too.
Yeah.
Yep. He was like, I'll whip your ass just to see you.
That was fun. Speaking of, we'll go through you. I thought that was kind of funny when Black Widow said, "We don't want to kill you, but we will." Almost like when she said, "Keep it up, won't go ahead, won't." And
don't give me no option, just do it.
Yeah, I think they were. That kind of felt to me like they were already that Black Ops team on the edge, and they're trying not to cross that line. Because apparently they've been on the run for a while, and because you could tell just by the change in Cap's uniform, he went all dark. Widow changed her hair.
How about Hobo Cap? He come in and all of this stuff with a black marker. He colored all his white, his stars and stripes with a black marker. I'm like, all right, go get a Hobo Cap.
Because when I first saw it, and the train was passing by, and you saw the shadowy figure, my initial thought was maybe it was Black Panther. But then I was like, no, it can't be, because they were just talking about who could find the Vision.
So, yes, they were.
So when Cap showed up, I was like, of course, it's Cap. Brought his team in. They put some ass whooping on everybody. And they took off.
Cap handled the business, though.
Yeah, he did.
So thing I love about Steve. He's always honest about what needs to get done. It doesn't care what happens.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see the how the dynamic of the team had changed, like with the absences that were noticed. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because of the familial dynamic of Ant-Man and Hawkeye, how they were missing from the story because they had family.
Right.
So they basically had to stand their cover to keep them safe.
And I'm sure we're gonna find out more about that in
The next
Ant-Man
one,
Wasp.
yeah.
What else did you grab? Wicked.
What do you mean?
Whoa! Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. If you read the comics, you know about the Black Order, right?
Mm-hmm.
All around badass villains.
Yeah.
All right. They came up on the Avengers, and I don't want to say it was quick work, but all this time they've been wreaking havoc. You feel like they kind of got underplayed in the movie?
Definitely. As far as like you say, when it gets to the level of the comics, and of course, I am always open that sometimes they gotta adjust things, and also, as far as movie wise, they definitely gotta adjust things to keep the story and to keep it, at least interesting. Because when you look at it in the comic books, there was a time when Proxima Midnight took out, the what was it? The Hulk by herself.
Oh,
And
the
so,
She-Hulk.
yeah, there you go. She took out the Hulk. I mean, there in the comic books, the Black Order is way more deadly than what they let on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Although the Black Dwarf, or in this case, Cull Obsidian, he did get his ass whooped when he went to Wakanda.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
Yeah, that ain't what you want to do. You don't want to go up in Wakanda trying to wreak havoc.
Exactly.
You want to prove that plenty of times.
Yeah, I mean, even with that said and stuff, though Wakanda seemed amazing, bro. Just that attack and what they had to do, and Scarlet Witch coming, and the Vision said, "All right, I got to get my ass up." Everything all around, man. It's like they went all out. Like I said, I know there were tears. And it was a hardcore movie, man. It was DC. I don't know what you got to do. Don't get me wrong, DC. I love you too, but
Yeah, embarrassing yourself. When I saw Justice League, I knew something was missing that didn't give me that this is the greatest movie I ever saw.
When it comes to the Justice League and let's compare movie wise, cinematic wise, the Justice League and the Avengers. It's just stuff in our characters in the Justice League that doesn't transpond the best, or at least they're not portrayed the best. Like I said, with the whole Flash tripping and just scared of everything, they kind of just made him. We're not used to seeing a scared Flash. We're used to seeing or reading about the Flash who will sacrifice his life to save the universe and stuff. Not, I'm scared of tall people or like that. And then, the Aquaman to me was good. Just certainly it might be a matter of visual aspects on a couple things with Aquaman, but I don't think they did a bad job. And
I don't think they took the time to build out their characters like Marvel did.
Good point. By the time when you put it like that, that's the best way to put it. Because when you look at it, by the time the Avengers movie came around, everybody is already established pretty much in their own movie.
Right.
It took 6 years for the Avengers movie to come about.
Yeah.
But by the time they did it, they did it right because, like you said, they introduced a few of the main characters in the whole separate movies. Sometimes you had multiple characters depending on what the situation was. So I think DC just felt like they were trying to catch up, and they were trying too hard.
It was a rush job. I feel like it was a rush
Yeah.
job. They knew they were behind. They knew they were getting beat in the market, and they just here's Justice League. Here's Wonder Woman, and then they're trying to connect them at a point where they're trying to connect them and beat Marvel at a point to where they should be trying to establish their characters.
Yeah, because there's no way they're going to beat Marvel at what they're doing now.
I mean, we should have been had a Wonder Woman movie. I mean, we should have been. We should have been had a Green Lantern. It wasn't phenomenal, but they should have went back to the drawing board and see what didn't make it and what did, and bring that into a second one. We should have been had a Flash movie. We should have been had a Cyborg movie, if that's the way that they wanted to go. We should have been had an Aquaman movie. I mean, you knew all of these characters. You know all these characters are in the Justice League. So why would you try to take this time to establish them in the Justice League and have them all? It didn't even feel like a Justice League movie to me. It felt like a Superman movie. It felt like the part 3 of the Superman movie to me. Because it was Superman Returns, Batman versus Superman, and then Justice League, right?
What?
I felt like Justice League was the third one. It was finishing Superman's story. The death and return of Superman.
Man of Steel.
Right. Man of Steel was the second one, right.
No, Man of Steel was the first one, and then it was Batman and Superman.
Oh, right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if that's to me, that's all the Superman trilogy. So, whatever DC, they're not getting it. They're not picking up the... It's going to take time, and I don't think they want to take the time.
And they're trying too hard to catch up and get that money. Yeah. I think what they're trying to do is jump on that superhero bandwagon while it's still fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of the bandwagon, did you hear that? Who directed Avatar? What was his name? James Cameron.
Yeah.
Did you hear that he was pissed before the Avengers were coming out, and he said he hopes that everyone gets Avengers fatigue. He said he's tired of seeing the movies out in the theater.
You know what? Actors and directors are going to say that. Because they're not getting the roles, because that's where some of the studios are going. You know what? That's what people want to see because they're going to keep buying it. They're going to keep selling it.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm tired of seeing the Avatar movie. I've only seen one, and I didn't want to see that one.
But here's the thing: how many Terminators did he direct?
Yeah, we're tired of seeing Terminator movies. We're tired of seeing bad Terminator movies.
So it was all right when he was putting out all the Terminator movies, but now that we got this superhero kick going on, he said he's tired of seeing it.
You know what? You can start your own studio. Hey, just do your own thing. That's what you've been doing.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
You know what? What do you say? What do you say? Do you, brother? Do you?
My favorite part, one of my favorite parts in there's quite a few. Of course, the battle scenes where Thor versus the Guardians, Doctor Strange, Spidey. That was one of my favorite battle scenes.
Mm-hmm.
The war in Wakanda. It was a damn good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the way that Doctor Strange and Iron Man played off of each other. Before, it was almost kind of like they were at odds in the beginning of the movie.
the two of the smartest people in the universe,
right,
forced to work together.
Well, yeah, one in
Ideas
science,
about how to go about going about it.
and it kind of felt like they were doing it on purpose because one was in science, one was in mysticism, and they were trying to have those two topics butt heads over which one was more superior. Because you see, when Iron Man went into the sanctum, he wasn't like respecting the mystic, the cauldron of the cauldron of the universe. It's like he wasn't respecting like the arts that Doctor Strange were practicing. He almost like was at a disbelief that he was even there, and you know, he's stretching out on the cauldron, you know. But when they went into battle and he saw like what Doctor Strange brought to the table, it was almost kind of like, all right, okay, you got it, all right.
It's kind of funny because Tony is basically Doctor Strange before he lost his hands.
Yeah.
You know, they're both very intelligent guys who believe in science and believe in what they know, or the knowledge that they know. And so, and they believe in science. And is what did he call himself? The master of the mystic arts. Because now he had to look beyond and believe.
Yeah, he called himself the master of the mystic arts, and he told him, "Not everybody worked for you."
Mm-hmm. True. Good point. Because you know, it's almost like. Go ahead.
Listen, now that you think about it, like over Stark was financing primarily everything, the tower, the whole Avengers line.
Yeah.
He was primarily like financing everything, so he kind of, stepped up into that leadership role almost. That because he was backing everything.
He gave Batman a suit, told him to go home. I mean, he was kind of telling the kid when to fight, when not to fight.
Exactly right. And he was like, "You can't be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. There's no neighborhood."
True, that was deep. I'll give him that. That was hit him with that deepness on
that. It was almost Spider-Man was overshadowed. I think the two biggest players in there were Doctor Strange and Iron Man. I gotta say that though.
Yeah, they definitely, especially the way Iron Man's technology had evolved. It definitely was. I mean, think about it. He built his first suit in code, and then his second suit arrives. And he had to be in these places in order to use his suit, in order to have a suit. And then there was a suitcase, and then there was a rotating chamber where the suit was put on. And now it's nanotech-based technology, which is a great advance. Shows the great steps and advancements that he's taken.
Right. And it's almost like, I mean, like you said, he started from like the cave, but you seen how even that almost wasn't enough because Thanos was snatching that shit off his face like he was wearing a dish rag.
Hey, Thanos came to party.
So
Thanos came to the party to get party. He said he was like, I came in here to have ass whoopings. I got one for everybody. Come get yours.
But he did have a bit of durability to it because I don't think the first few suits that he built, like up until this point, would have been able to take a meteor being dropped on it.
Oh no! Like you said, he dropped the meteor on it just to fight him.
So that what? Now, and who else thought Thanos? Not Thanos. Who else thought Iron Man? When the first time I seen it, who else thought Iron Man was done for? When he got ran through.
I thought that was it right there. I was like, oh shit, he's gone. I thought, oh man, they got my good thing. I was like, man, that's the children's boy right there. You know, because when he was Civil War, she was Team Iron Man. So I was like, all right, we got him. But while still alive, it was surprising that he still was left standing at the end of it all.
Yeah.
So I will admit I did love Iron Man's new suit though. He did have some major power in that.
Yeah, especially when they started the battle in New York.
Oh yeah.
When
Between Ebony Maw and Cole Obsidian.
What was his name?
He
Obsidian?
was definitely holding his own, but once Cole got up and, got things going,
Right.
One thing about the Black Order, they tap into a lot of different things. You got, for those who don't know who all the members of the Black Order are, you have the big guy the big guy was Cole Obsidian, or in the comics he's called Black Dwarf. The mystical one that had Doctor Strange all, on point and, that mystical and magical level, that was Ebony Maw. And the other two, the woman was Proxima Midnight, and Proxima Midnight is also the wife of the last one, which was Clovis Glaive.
Oh, Clovis Glaive, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, it was doing a Black Dwarf is the muscle. As far as the mystical, cosmic, area, that's Ebony Maw. As far as the strategic, excellent fighting, that's where Clovis Glaive and Proxima Midnight is just like a deadly war just as much as Gamora. So it was pretty good, which is why, they're an excellent team, which is also why some skeptics will be like, what? When the fact that you got somebody like Black Widow hanging toe-to-toe with Proxima Midnight.
Yeah, she got with her twice almost. Because when the first time was when they all went to save Vision.
Yep.
She got she Black Widow was the one after Falcon got his drop kick in. I kind of feel like they're making Falcon a one kick pony, so pun intended.
He's done that to helicopters. He's done that to everything. That's his thing. I guess he just got some strong ass legs and knees and stuff. Adamantium and stuff. Because I'm regular motherfucker. Shit being popped toward damn ACL and some ligaments.
Hey, you think if you missed on the helicopter, that would have been his leg done.
You're right though. It's you got a good point, Mobile. I mean, how many times are we gonna let that be his thing? I'm gonna dive in and I'm gonna drop kick something.
Well, this technology also has advanced a little bit with each movie.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's definitely got some more stuff to his backpack since Red Wing is gone.
He had three red wings this time.
Red, white, and blue. He had them all.
Yeah, what about War Machine?
War Machine was great, man. I think he definitely held his own. It was good to see him.
War Machine never has enough screen time to me.
It's a big cast, bro. That's one thing about this movie. You got so many players. It's you got to weed out who's gonna get the most time and who's not.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I mean, to me, even Cap didn't get a lot of screen time in this one.
Oh no, you got to split that up, bro. The people who got the most screen time was Thanos.
Thanos, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it was probably between Thanos and Thor.
It was, by all intents and purposes, it was a Thanos story.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And man, I gotta say, it showed something about that man. It showed him as not just a bruiser or this this guy who just wants to destroy the universe and to get the gauntlet.
Yeah.
He had a reason for it, and he also had a heart to a point. Even if it was for just Gamora.
And that's about it.
He cared. He cared about somebody.
And that's probably the only person.
Yeah, because it damn sure wasn't Nebula.
Fucking stretching her out like fucking kid playing with some chewing gum and everything. Everything. It was like it was hurt. It was cool how she got out of it. But I think that was one good. Speaking of just the Guardians and Gamora, there was one aspect that I liked about it too. There was a lot of love for Star-Lord and even Nebula, wondering where Gamora was.
Yeah.
And it's like that hit a chord. That's honestly, that was the downfall. They had a chance to beat Thanos if Star-Lord would have did his part.
It was his plan too.
Yep.
He made note of that too. He was like, my plan, by the way, when they finally brought Thanos to a heel, so to speak. Yep. He made mention of that. It was my plan, by the way.
Yes, he did.
And then he went around and jacked it all up.
Yes, he most certainly did.
It's like you can understand it was jacked up, but it's like I think we all got that key level that that will make us snap. I think no matter what, unless you're just completely heartless or something, you have those key things in your life if somebody messes with and stuff, whether it's your wife, your husband, your children and stuff, that one part where you're gonna lose it at. And Star-Lord, it's one thing he's had his sexcapades throughout the galaxy and stuff, but he is in love with Gamora. The fact that she wasn't there and Thanos was fat, he just lost hindsight. He just, he went berserk a little bit. And unfortunately, it was the ultimate cause.
Man, that I was telling everybody, you can't blame Thanos. I said Star-Lord is the one that killed half the universe.
Yep.
Hey, he got what was coming to him in the end too. Cause...
And so, what do y'all feel about? Of course, like I said, spoilers. Of course, in the end, Thanos ends up getting all of the Infinity Gauntlets. We knew that was going to happen. But as far as Thor tried to stop him, and Thanos was like, "You should have aimed for the head." Bam.
Yeah. Oh man, that was great. I was like, "Oh shit!" It had me, man. It had me at that point. Boy, I was like, "Did you catch it?"
Because that was the whole purpose of him going.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah, to get Stormbreaker. That was the whole purpose. He had to get this Thanos killing weapon, and when it finally came time to use it, I don't think he used it well.
He missed the battle part. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I will admit, it was cool as hell when Thor came down. He was doing his damage. It's like, damn it, that's it. He was changing the tide, but like you said, he should have aimed. He should have
aimed for the head.
Bam! That was fucking shit up. You both came with the hamburger fucking fucking shit up. Thor was fucking shit up. Yep. When he got the Stormbreaker and stuff for the name.
Yeah, he was. He literally changed the tide. He literally did. Because you seen they were being overrun.
Yep.
Oh, did you see Black Panther and Cap take off? When
they got their head start.
When the war was coming, when everyone was when they finally opened the dome, so the whatever those things called, those space dogs or whatever.
And they were charging in the battle.
All these kids got in there.
Yeah. And they were charging in the battle. Cap and Black Panther left everybody behind.
In the dust.
They were like, they had to get their piece first. I guess it was kind of a mindset of, if we could take out...
Y'all know y'all should have gave everybody a head start.
I guess it was a mindset of that they both are a type of protector to me. Like Black Panther the King, Hulk, not Hulk, Captain America... They both are a type of protector. So to me, it kind of felt like they wanted to get to him first, and if they could thin the herd, then maybe everyone else wouldn't take as much damage.
Yeah.
Naturally faster than everybody.
Say what, Wicked?
I think it's because they're naturally faster than everybody. I don't necessarily think I gotta get to them first. They're stronger and they're faster than everybody else.
Yep. And I think without that black heart of a lot more people, man.
Tell me that. All right. Well, there was only one left.
One.
Killmonger burned the rest of them.
Yes, he did. We'll go more later on.
Yeah, I was just about to think. I mean, since we're kind of so advanced, why don't they just find a way to grow some more?
Oh, he told you last week. They don't have any seeds.
They can find a way.
Yeah, stop.
All right, so
they gave Bucky, aka the White Wolf, that BMW arm. They can go ahead and find a way.
That sure was luxury style. That sure was a luxury style arm, wasn't it?
Okay, that shit was the Chrysler 300.
What? Did you see Rocket salivating at that arm?
I'm gonna get that arm. I'm like, no doubt.
I'm gonna get that arm. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that arm. Oh boy. But so many deaths. A lot of deaths in there. What do you think about the body count?
You know what? I should have kept count. Next time I will.
You know, when it comes to, I think that was the one that was like, the best way to say it is that was after people who we already had pass away, you know, Gamora and stuff. I think when that happened, people were like, all right, stop. I'm tired of this shit. Stop it. You know, but that was it. I mean, Thanos was taking out all the key players. All the people that had a great influence or great impact on all the damage that had happened, he took them all out. There was no more Drax. There was no more Star-Lord. There was no more, you know, the key players.
Doctor Strange, Scarlet
Witch. Damage. You know, he took them out.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, they were all gone.
Yeah.
The Guardians.
I think the saddest one was Spider-Man because he felt it coming. It's like Spider-Man was showing the fear. He was sad. He was, you know, it's almost like Spider-Man got shot and was bleeding out. He knows. He told the truth. He's like, I'm not ready to go. That was like the one out of everybody that turned to confetti and stuff. That was the one that turned to burnt chips. That was the one that was the most touching.
I gotta say, it was the fact that all he's done ever since becoming Spider-Man, or ever since meeting Tony Stark, is tried to get his approval. That's all that kid lived for, was just to try to make him happy, to try to get the guy to acknowledge him and stuff. And then he said, one thing you're going to Avenger. Thank God they finally got the blessing, and what happens at the end? I'm like, God damn, that was a tearjerker. That was the only one that got me. I laughed at everybody else.
But Stark did say he didn't want him. That's why he tried to send him home. He didn't want him. Yeah. He told him, he said, this is not a field trip. This is a one-way ticket. When he met him on the ship, he told him, this is a one-way ticket. I didn't want you here. However, with Thanos getting all the gauntlets, there was no guarantee that Spider-Man would have been okay anyway.
Right? You don't really have the universe. Shit.
And I was trying to figure out if it was at random or not, because that's what he said he wanted to do on his planet. That's what the solution was he came up with on his planet. He was like, you know, there's too many people. You're eating up all the resources of the universe. So we need the coal. We need to have a coal. And at random, so it wouldn't be just all the poor people or all the rich people. It's a mix of both that you're taking out. You know, you're not choosing anybody. And Thanos felt like it wasn't allowing them to suffer any longer, because Gamora said he used to go from planet to planet massacring everybody. He figured with the Infinity Stones, him being able to wipe out half the universe instantly, it's a lot less. It's more merciful, and he said that it's a type of mercy that he's dealing out, a way to accomplish his plan and be merciful at the same time.
Yeah.
So when there was no guarantee that Spidey would have been okay back home. Back on Earth, yeah. Who else got wiped out? Well, we don't know if Wong is okay. We don't know. Wong perish. Yeah, we don't know if, because supposedly this is supposed to be happening across the universe.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch got it.
Scarlet Witch got hers. She faded off. Vision got toasted, but
yeah.
I don't think it would have affected Vision.
No, it didn't affect him. But the only thing that really affected him was the fact that he ripped it from his head.
Right.
But I think what happened is we'll eventually see that Shuri was successful in her programming, so he'll eventually come back online.
Well, I don't know how he'll come back online without his battery.
Well, that's what the whole programming was for. They were trying to. She was trying to set it up so that way they could remove the gemstone, and that way he wouldn't die.
Right.
That's why the whole thing. So I don't know. It looked like it didn't take effect, but it might just be delayed.
Yeah, I thought she was done. I mean, when who was it that came in that was waiting to attack once Scarlet Witch got on the battlefield? Corvus Glaive. When Corvus Glaive attacked,
yeah,
I thought Shuri was finished.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Sure. But I thought it was done.
It looks like it was cut short. I think between him, not attacking the place to begin with, and then the fact that Scarlet Witch was out there, it almost seemed like she wasn't done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like they had to go ahead and stop it because, motherfucker coming here tearing shit up.
Yeah.
Man, she said a whole bunch. She said a lot of people's asses when she finally showed up.
Yeah. So Infinity War Part 2, it's not gonna be out until May next year. I think it's May, right?
Okay.
Because I know Captain Marvel has to come out, and then Infinity War Part 2 is May of next year.
Okay. Yeah.
How y'all think they gonna resolve this? Damn near everybody gone. Thanos took a vacation. How are we gonna resolve this?
I think it's kind of like what you said after the theater, bro. After all those things and the ways that 14 million whatever ways, and we only won by one, and I think that's what Doctor Strange did.
Yeah,
and especially prior to all the things saying one life can't outlast or can't call for millions. So he was very much in that realm. Hey, I'm here to protect the universe. This is what I do. I'm not going to sacrifice this all for one person. So for the fact for him to switch the game up and do that, he was choosing the one alternative that needs to be done to go ahead and have everybody survive.
That one future, that one outcome that they win, and those 14 million losses.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Because when everyone was getting all upset about everyone after Thanos winning, pretty much this is the most Empire Strikes Back movie as I ever seen.
Since Empire Strikes Back.
Since Empire Strikes Back, this is the most villain.
This movie got at the end, man.
Yeah,
you saw the heroes win the battle, but they lost the war.
Yeah, and I think that's why the Black Order kind of got the short end of the stick. They needed the heroes to have these micro wins, so to speak, because they knew at the end of this film it was going to be the biggest damn L that they've ever taken.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, I kept telling people people were upset about a lot of the characters dying. And I'm saying this is only part one.
Exactly.
It's why it was broken up into two parts. I mean,
Doctor Strange knew that there was only one possible outcome, that they win. And I felt like that's what he was putting into play when he handed over the time stone. Because before he faded away, he told Tony, "We're in the end game now."
So they knew it was in their planning for before he came to Titan stuff.
So I think in the second one it's gonna be. I don't think they should be able to kill Thanos outright, point blank. I don't think they should be able to do that.
You think they'll be able to rehabilitate him later? I mean, okay, so here's what, if no one knows, Infinity Gauntlet, the story, the comic book, Thanos obtains the Infinity Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
He was first approached by the heroes. They fought him. They all died. And the gauntlet was almost snatched away by Silver Surfer and War. From there, he had to fight Eternity and the rest of the Celestials, and he still won. Now, the whole thing that turned it around is that Nebula, his crazy ex-daughter Nebula, had managed to steal the gauntlet, and that's what allowed them to win. And Admiral Rock later on said that it was because Thanos always allowed himself to be defeated. He always gave himself an exit, some way to where he could be defeated by everyone. Where he could always be defeated.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Nebula it's possible she could play a crucial part in his defeat.
Talking about Nebula?
Yeah, just because at the end of Guardians 2, her and Gamora had finally had some kind of reconciliation.
Mm-hmm.
And now her sister died. So, and she's still running around.
Yeah.
She got mad at me for it. She got mad at me for that.
All right, before we head out, favorite scenes.
Favorite scene of the movie? I would probably have to say.
Can you pick out just one?
Say what, bro?
I said, can you pick out just one?
Yeah, I'd say that one. I'd probably say, even though it's the part that really messed up everything, but when it was Star-Lord, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, when they were fighting him, and, when they found out Gamora, although it's like, yeah, it's messed up, but it was just like the huge emotional attachment when that's somebody you love. It's like, even though it was his idea, they were just like, 3 pubes away from winning. It's like that big emotional attachment once they found out Gamora was dead. It's like probably the most messed up scene, but I don't know, bro. It's just I just like that scene. It's like I was a big fan of Star-Lord in there. It's like it just tore his heart apart to have to try to kill Gamora, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that part for me. What about you?
Mine was the scene right when he was when they went to go get the Soul Gem, the last final gem, and they met the Guardian.
Red Skull.
The Red Skull it turned out to be the Guardian. That was my favorite scene right there, just to see him actually return as a character who was basically given, who sought the power of the Tesseract and was now, I guess, not played, but basically tasked with guarding the last stone. And that scene between that last scene where he had to witness Thanos giving up his, killing Gamora in order for him to obtain that thing. That was a rough scene right there.
Yeah. That was with Thanos. It actually kind of humanized Thanos a little bit too. With him having to give up the one thing that he loved the most in order to seek what he believed to be true. It was like that. It kind of humanized Thanos a little bit.
Yep.
I like the Guardians of the Galaxy scenes. When they found, say what?
Just everything they did.
Yeah,
Everything they did was like,
that's where the humor came in at the Guardians of the Galaxy. When they found Thor, he was like that. He was like, dude. He was like, that's not a dude. That's a man.
You are.
And Drax like, that's a man.
Man, everything he did was hilarious.
Yeah.
Everything. You're laughing at something they were doing just offhand.
From Gamora and Star-Lord having a moment and Drax standing there like, dude, how long you been standing there, man? An hour. He's like, an hour.
I'm truly invisible if I move really slow. No one will see me.
And when they put the attack on Thanos, and Doctor Strange was giving Star-Lord the platforms to jump on, and he slapped that bomb on Thanos' back, and he was like, boom! So the Guardians of the Galaxy things were they brought the humor to it, so I enjoyed those. Those are some of my favorite scenes that were in there.
Yeah.
Well, they had to, especially considering how dark the movie was. I mean, the scenes were needed.
I don't think it was dark. I think it was sad.
I mean, at the end, after at the end, there's many people that were dying.
Yeah, but I still don't think
these are also characters that have been back. Meaning, Loki is the only villain to last this long.
Yeah. Well,
he finally gets it to come up with, and it's
Well, now it's the Red Skull.
Sure. It's going in the battle.
I mean, I don't think it was dark. I just think it was just sad.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just think it was just a lot of hardcore scenes. I think it was the most hardcore out of them all. I mean, you had your deaths here and there and stuff, but what made this one next level is that the big dogs were dying. Right.
Yeah.
So your favorites were dying. Hell, did we really care that he was cool and everything? But I don't think we were drastically upset when Yondu died in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You're like,
this is true. That was a tearjerker for me, man.
Yeah, but it was like everything was like, whatever. But you had big dogs, you had favorites, you had your ultimate characters dying. So it was just next level, bro. It was just completely next level.
Yeah.
Would you change anything?
No.
Would I change anything? No. I think it was great. It was it was something. One of the reasons why Marvel is on top when it comes to the movies is each movie they're giving us something different. They're either taking it in a different direction because we had Iron Man, we had the Captain America movies. Then then all of a sudden it's like bam, we're in outer space with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and so it's like those levels. Hey, we got land, we got space, and boom, we're in the land of the mystic arts with Doctor Strange,
right?
And it's like, then the whole next level stuff was, hey, all right, let's hit everybody with the ultimate price, which is, ultimate price somebody can pay, which is with their life. It's multiple characters facing the ultimate evil. It's not like, all right, we have to team up and we have to take this one down again. No, we teamed up and people still died. Not only that, it looked like we won. That's the thing. It's like, he's going to look all of a sudden people are turning around. And speaking from experience, one of the worst things you can do is have somebody you care for and love one and not be able to do anything for them to help.
Yeah.
That's why, when Okoye, the way she was looking when Black Panther, faded out of existence.
Man,
it
that
was
was
like it was one thing everybody else was like looking, and it was like but I think as far as who hit them the most, other than Spider-Man, was the way Okoye was looking when Black Panther faded out of existence.
Right.
Because it's her. I mean, she's a leader of the Dora Milaje. I mean, and one of her things is she loved her king. And the fact is, yes, she serves the throne and stuff, but she loves the fact that through serving the throne is for somebody who she loves and cares about. It doesn't have to be on a romantic level. It's like, it's almost like joining, whether it's the military or something, because you want to fight for something that you believed in. She believed in the king. She believed in Wakanda. And who better to represent Wakanda than this person who she protected, that she was more than happy to lay her life for. And watch that person fade out of existence, and you can't get up and run and, hit some button or gather some herbs or another plant and stuff. He's gone, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. You saw the devastation on her face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it was one thing other people were looking, but excuse me, I think she just looked devastated. She's like, and there's nothing I can do. She's like, where's my king? And, even looking around, other people are fading out of existence. And there's nothing you don't even know where to start. It's like once they disappear, there's like the big question marks. It's like, it's not like, let me go talk to Shuri or let me go talk to such and such or something. It's like, these people are gone. It's like, you don't know what to do.
You don't know.
It's like, there's nothing I can do. And I think that was a nice, good, unique shock factor to that movie that was just the next level for Marvel to take.
I think it was a great shock factor considering how much people love the movie and the character.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the other part of it. That's that intense next level shock. It's not only people, it's your favorite character. Whether your favorite character exactly, whether your favorite character is Groot, whether your favorite character is Drax, Gamora, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, your favorites are dying. Like, we got all our favorite comic book characters. How I know I was a little pissed off when I heard when Hawkeye killed the Hulk in the comics. Like, when your favorite characters are down, it's like you just want to might scream out, drop a couple F-bombs and a couple motherfuckers, and all that. But it's like, that's how it is when you're attached. You're attached to your characters, and to see your characters, and it's not like, okay, well, they're going to go back to the lab. Tony Stark is going to get fixed vision up. Such and such is going to bring that. And it's like, where do you even go from here? But like I said, that one last hope is what we gotta hang on to, is the fact that Doctor Strange is only one version where we went.
Yeah.
And this might be it.
And this one, I think it is. I think it is. I think this is the
one. You know what, though? I think this Tony Stark and Doctor Strange are both alive. Along with Captain America.
No, Strange faded away. Strange faded away.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Strange faded away. But
I'm sorry, yeah.
I think he, the Trinity is still alive. Strange faded away, but I think he knew. He saw that one possible outcome that they win, and I think he put that into effect.
Yeah. His sacrifice for the galaxy.
Sacrifice. It's only, like I said, all those 14 million ways or whatever. Only one of them worked. And yeah. I think that's what he did. That's why he gave up the time stone. It's like, Strange knew what he was doing. He didn't just give it up because, all of a sudden he's in. You can already pretty much tell he did not get along with Tony Stark. So why out of all of a sudden is he going to, risk the.
Especially when he told him, I will let you die in order to protect the time stone. Yeah.
It was even before that. It was even before that when he was. When they were in the sanctum, and he was like, when Tony Stark was like, "Wait, what exactly do you do besides make balloon animals?" And Dr. Strange said, "I'll protect your reality, douchebag." So it was no love lost between them in the beginning, but I think it came to a mutual respect when they were handling Thanos.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So it's like I said.
Okay. So what about the last disappearances?
What about the what?
The last disappearances. Maria and
And Samuel L.
Yeah.
I didn't catch this the first time, but when I watched it the last 2 times, I did catch it. Hawkeye is still alive. I believe Hawkeye is still alive because when they were driving and they were talking, and they were talking about the energy signatures over Wakanda, and she was saying that it was 10 times more than the ones in New York. Nick Fury starts to say right before that car like swerves into their lane. Nick Fury, he says, "Tell Clint we need," and then she's like, "Nick," because the car swerves into their lane. So I think he was about to say something along the lines of like, "Tell Clint we need him, like, get back in it, get back into it."
Yeah. No. Well, you saw what he said the last text to.
The Captain Marvel Corps.
Yes.
That super pager he used.
Yeah.
That old super pager.
Yeah.
I don't know who he was. I was like, really? Captain Marvel, this is the best you got to get contact Captain Marvel? Shit.
Yeah, I think the Captain Marvel movie next year is going to have a lead into Infinity War. So
I think it has to.
I think it's going to bring around a second batch of Avengers.
Oh, you mean more space up? Well, I thought at first I thought they were building the
Endgame. I think that was one thing that S.H.I.E.L.D. is prepared for.
Right.
If something does happen, I think Captain Marvel in the comics she's been a leader a couple times.
Right.
I think that's another part of it. Is like there's another batch of Avengers or power beings in the wake.
I can see that.
And the leader is probably Captain Marvel with that. Yeah, I think it's just the next level.
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see Captain Marvel taking on the next breed of Avengers. I mean, if
Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man are not going to be around, who's going to lead them?
Then who's going to lead this new up and coming team? And I don't think it's going to be Bucky. I think they're going to want Bucky along to carry on the legacy.
But Bucky faded away.
Well, in the sense when they all come back, I know everybody coming back. I'm talking about along the lines when the movies are because Chris Evans he already said we all know he can't play Captain America forever.
Mm-hmm. So can't play Iron Man forever.
Right.
Although it'll be extremely weird seeing somebody else play some of these characters.
Right.
Well, they about to cast a new Wolverine any day now. So.
Yeah.
Until after Deadpool 3. I'm sorry. No, sorry. Let me step back. That movie is going to be called Weapon X. Him and Hugh Jackman Wolverine. That's what that's going to be called.
Before we wrap up, any last words?
Go check out that movie. Go see Avengers a couple times.
Yes. Not hesitate. Don't be the only person not to see it.
Yeah, I'm like you can't. That first time you go, you gonna miss a lot of stuff. You always miss a lot of stuff. I mean, just from when they cracking jokes.
So much more stuff.
Yeah, and there's so much to see in this one. When they cracking jokes and people are laughing or people are gasping or crying or whichever is going on in the theater, you're gonna miss something. So this is definitely one of those that you have to see multiple times to catch.
Yeah.
Maybe not everything, but to catch a better feel of how the movie is.
How the story plays out.
Right. That's it. And I know Wicked, Jushin.
Yeah.
That was the last words.
Yep.
Yep, that was the last word, sir.
See it again.
All right. Well, hold on before I make a liar out of myself. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You can continuously catch us across the board: Facebook Live, Twitch, YouTube. I'm trying to get this mixer thing working to see if we can send some streams over that way. But be sure to check out Direct Edition on Facebooks and the rest of social media. We try to keep the conversation, or we're gonna try to continue to keep the conversation going on the Facebook group. We're gonna have to step our game up in that, and I see a lot of people up there, like looking at a few of the posts that we make. So I want to try to generate some conversation on that end. I try to prepare them for the movies, give them a little background, dropping some nerd knowledge on them and whatnot. And then I think I'm gonna try to keep that going. I did it with a few. I did it more with Black Panthers. I was so hype about that. I dropped a few articles about Infinity War because I knew everyone wasn't familiar with the Black Order and whatnot. So, but yeah, definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
All right. Other than that, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Very polite. Don't want